get into it, people. Sorry about that. Let me unplug the mic real quick. Let me plug it back in. Hello, mic check, mic check. Hello, mic check, mic check. Hello, hello, mic check, mic. Alrighty, people. I think we've waited long. Whoops. Sorry about that. We've waited long enough. Let's jump into it, shall we? Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Here's some things that we can talk about with the first goal. I figured just with where the game was going and how it was starting to unfold, I was like, you know what we're going to do? We're just going to wait. We're going to wait it out till the end of the first period, and then I'll give my thoughts and reactions during the first intermission, because this game has kind of gotten off to a slow start, but I've made this joke before. You could fall asleep and not watch the first two periods, because ultimately the game is not decided. In the first four games of this Stanley Cup final, the game isn't decided in the first period. It's been decided in the third for every single one. So it's not like I'm missing too much, but I'm glad you guys are here. Let's get into what we're getting into. Let me check the chat. Hello. How's everybody doing? Hello, hello. What I wanted to do was, if you guys are new, want to give my reaction to during intermission, but also commercial breaks, just kind of give my thoughts to what we're seeing on the ice and everything that is transpiring. So right now, as we head into first intermission, and it is sitting at 1 apiece, Vegas started off hot. They started 1-0 about 7 minutes into the game with Doroviev. His goal was on a power play. And then a couple minutes later, about 4 minutes later, that's when Stahl netted one goal to tie this thing up at 1 apiece. Scoring chances, when you want to look at a stat like that, scoring chances, whoa, sorry. Woo! Stopping on my momentum, my bad. Oh my gosh, I should not be yawning. I should not be tired. I'm not tired at all, but anyways, I'm yawning. Scoring chances, if you want to look at that stat, is 7-1, favoring Vegas more, so this could be an ugly game. Vegas has had a lot of good chances and a lot of good looks. Let me see if, will this play? Ooh, it will, so let me buy some time here for a little bit, and then we'll watch how Stahl ended up scoring, and then we'll look at Vegas's goal too as well. So there we go. All right. Stahl's goal was a product of perfect passing and stuff. As we can see what we're going on here, we got Ehlers up at the top of the key, kind of dictating. Again, I mean, this easier said than done. It's easy for me to, armchair quarterback this. Obviously, he has a free lane to sit here with the chance rush. It's 2-2. Ehlers, good pass right over the middle. And Stahl's just there to, corral it and tip it in for the goal. Under the glove side of Hart. And so then now we're equal at 1 apiece. Here's the thing that I think is kind of impressive, all things considered, with what we're watching go down, is it hasn't, like, they pulled up the graphic, and I want to say this hasn't happened since, like, the last one was, what was it, in the 70s or like the 80s? But there's been no player that has scored this many goals in a Stanley Cup final before. Like because it showed like year consistency, like 2026, 1980 something or 1970 something, and then it went back to the Habs when the Habs were winning all their Stanley Cups. So if that was in the 70s, it was like a 75, a 73, a 73, and a 72, something like that. And then the first stat on that list of like, hey, guys who've scored in multiple consecutive Stanley Cup final games, because the record is now, yeah, 5. Stahl has the record, or he joins the record tying it. But the first stat was 1918, so well over 100 years ago, which is absolutely freaking crazy. So, anyways, let me look up. Let's go now. Let's look up the other goal. La, 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 la. I gotta remember to keep it. Oh, whoops. We might have a. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we are, looking at kind of the same thing too. Where we got a good feed for Michael. You know, lulling everybody over here. Good pass over the middle. And then Georgiev is able to put it in. See, we got Eichel just lulling everybody over here to the red line. And shoots it across the middle. Like, you look at all the open net right there. And just taps it. Just tap it in. Just tap it in. There it is. Longest goal streak in Stanley Cup final in the last 70 years. Yvan Konoyer? Something. That's who Stahl tied. So they're both tied at 5. He could break the record if he scores in Game 6. Which that's an insane stat to think about. Because again, like, it's lasted freaking 70 years. 70 freaking years. And then the, like, 1918, where hockey was in 1918 versus now. All right, but there's about 10 more minutes before the second period starts. What I wanted to kind of like just give my thoughts a little bit on, kind of like a little bit of an overreaction, but not too much of an overreaction, is so Coach Brind'Amour got interviewed and he was getting talked to on the bench. How's the okay, we're looking good. We're looking good. Okay, if you cannot notice, one of the not glaring, but it is something to notice. Who's on net for Carolina? It's Bussy. So, something to think about that I was kind of wondering, because it makes sense that Bussy's on net, but there was something that, like, he was saying, because the reporter asked, like, why is Anderson not the backup? Then he said, no, we're giving him rest. There's parts of me, and this is a huge speculation. This is me just making a guess. I am just spitballing something out here. Could Anderson be injured, and that's why he's not playing? Because there's parts of me that think, like, if he were to start and he were to get the go-ahead, because he's gotten them this far to this point, if he's not playing, could it be because he's injured? And there was a lingering injury, something that happened in round 2. You know, maybe the final games against the Habs, something happened early in this series, whether it's game 1, game 2. Maybe Anderson's dealing with an injury that hasn't been disclosed to the public. You know, so that's my long shot, like, hot take on how game 4 he did not dress. Game 5 he's still not dressed. So, like, if Vegas goes and blows out the Hurricanes tonight, and Bussy ends up getting pulled, and then you put the other goalie in, Anderson's nowhere to be found. He's in a suit. So there's parts of me that wondered, just throwing that idea out, speculation of, could he be injured? And that's why he's not playing. Because when you look at the stats and you want to line the stats up, yes, Bussy has been better, but the thing that you kind of can't ignore is, I mean, Anderson's your dude that's gotten you here. And so I probably, I probably would have given Anderson the go. Like, have him rest game 4. We talked about this in a stream one time, where after they lost game 3, because did they lose game 3? Oh shit, I don't even remember. Was game 3 the blown lead? Game 3 was the blown lead by Vegas, but you pull him in game 3 after they get blown out, and then after, you know, a 2-1 deficit, game 4, you go to Bussy, win, lose, or draw, whatever. You give Anderson some rest and have him come play behind his home fans in game 5. But then, you know, game 3 turned into what game 3 was. Game 4 was what game 4 was, which I'm actually really surprised that the Hurricanes won game 4. Like, it's a good game. They came out hot, went up 3-1, and then we're sitting where we are now. So, I'm gonna go back to the green screen and chill for a little bit. But these are my opening thoughts and opening reactions to the first period, because they're getting ready to start back up here. But it's tied 1-1. Both teams have come out pretty good. So, anyways, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, be sure to hit that like and subscribe, guys. And I'll see you during the second period goals. Oh yes, we know this too. Let's talk about it real quick, because it will be something to discuss during commercial breaks. The Vegas Golden Knights have outscored Carolina 9-1 in the second period. So, with it being 1-1, Vegas, I mean, this would probably be the gut check on if you want to keep Bussy in there and not turn back to Anderson. 9-1 is something. And this is also where Marner got his hat trick. So, let's see. Let's see what happens. But yeah, let me know in the polls, guys, who you guys got rooting for in this game between Vegas and Carolina. But yeah, I thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you during some commercial breaks. Hammer time. All right, people. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's tune in here. How we? Oh, hello. Hold on. How we doing? How we doing? Here, let me make sure the. Good. How we doing, people? How we doing? How we doing? Let me turn down the volume. All right. So, as we can see, Hurricanes and the Vegas Golden Knights are tied at 1 apiece, starting the second period. Now, what was really good is the PK for Carolina. At the very end of the first period that we saw, there was a delay penalty. Okay, making sure I'm muted. Okay, we're good. Just making sure I'm not muted so there's no feedback of like echo. Oh my gosh, we're already back. We're already back from commercial break. Hold on, let's see what. Third goalie to win the first career playoff start in Stanley Cup final history. It's been the first since '61 for Bussy. We'll see. Either, because here's the thing for Carolina. Carolina has a tough decision to make if Bussy wins this game. Now, statistically, if you want to go through the regular season, who was Carolina's best goalkeeper? Hello, there's a shot blocked away by Hart. Who was the best goalkeeper for Carolina all season? It was Bussy. Who was the best goaltender for Vegas all season? It was actually Schmidt. But just Carolina would be in a situation and they would have to make a tough choice on if they win this one, and do they take Bussy out of the crease, or I don't know. Anyways, it's 1-1. Carolina was able to fend off the penalty from Vegas, and so now there's 13 minutes left to go. Shots on goal, 10-6. So far, just a good start to the second half. They're just, getting things going, getting the puppies organized. So, guys, be sure to let me know. As you also can see, too, hits are pretty even at 17 apiece. Two penalties for Carolina. But all right, guys, let's. Oh, here comes a chance. Nope, poked away by Hannafin. You know who also has to get going? And I know this might sound crazy because it's like, dude's been pretty good this series. Mitch Marner. We have not seen him do much. Oh, now they're doing a segment on Bussy. He's had some good saves this game. All right. All right, people. Let's get back into it. You know, the first penalty. So what Vegas just did is Vegas got caught. Oh, sorry. How are we doing? Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Which in fact, we might be able to, we might need a light now. Hold on. Oh, yeah. So, after the first one, so Vegas went on the penalty twice. And so Carolina's been on the power play. And this is just my thoughts and reactions to what happened with, I think it was Stankoven, number 22, the one that's been, real hot for the Hurricanes. Him and Larson, it probably was. Hold on, Lauzon. Him and Lauzon, were tied up, and then Lauzon just tipped him, just went cow tipping. And then so what happened was he was awarded a penalty there. And I don't think it should have been a penalty. It looked like a normal routine, let me out muscle you because I'm a bigger guy. And so then Vegas was able to save off a penalty. Aho had a one-timer. Jarvis had a one-timer. There were a couple good shots and chances. And then at the very end of the power play, Blake and McNabb went into the boards. And I would call it more of a boarding penalty than a cross check. But, McNabb got caught. Do I think Blake might have dived just a little bit? Yeah. Blake was already falling over and then McNabb hit him. So maybe sold it a little bit. But now here we are again on the Carolina power play. Vegas has been pretty good, all things considered. They've been able to tonight they're 0 for 1. They've only gotten 3 shots. In the series, they're 4 for 12. And so I wouldn't be too concerned because that one's fanned off right there and cleared away. But right now, Carolina sits on another power play. Let's see what Vegas can do. Right now, shots are 10-11. But we'll see what Carolina can do. Let's see if they can, capitalize on it or not. I think just recently what we've kind of missed is silly penalties. So. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Let's get into what we have missed. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Let me mute that. Okay. We have a couple goals. Let's talk about Svechnikov's goal first. Let me get that pulled up here. We got a couple seconds here. So, since we last checked in, Vegas was in the unique, put on a penalty again where Carolina went to the power play, and this time they were actually successful. So I'm, got to put my foot in my mouth because it's like, oh, well, they're only 4 for 12. I wouldn't be too concerned. Well, yeah, guess what? Carolina doesn't give a shite about that. Svechnikov just throws it on net. There's the first 5-hole. There's the second 5-hole. And that score makes it 2-1. Also, are we already back? Son of a gun. I'm getting into it, and we're already back from commercial break. The other big thing to talk about, too, we'll go over during intermission. Yeah, we'll probably talk about it during intermission as well and stuff, because we're going to see what this final minute entails. But Carlson is injured. He went out with a wrist injury, so that's something to look at. So anyways, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. We will catch you guys during intermission because there's only a minute left. So let's just hold on here for a sec. Situated here. Okay, all right, people, welcome back. So, like I said, let's give it a minute till the first period closes, and it has. So, Carolina won that period. Carolina definitely won that period. What was tied 1-1 after intermission now sits heading into the third period. 3-1. Carolina is up 3-1. I got a video here. Let me refresh. Nope. Still the last thing to see is Svechnikov's goal. That's the last thing they'll put. Just give it a minute. It will show Aho's goal. I can't even describe Aho's goal because it was perfect pass. He caught it with his feet. Kind of just, when they put their feet together and just kind of catch it to like kick it along. Just kicked it along and then shot it, and hey, here we sit. here we sit at 3-1, which the goals for Carolina, which has been kind of interesting to look at and see. It felt like it was back to back. Actually, it was 6 minutes apart. So, but again, I don't think there's too much or anything to overreact too much with what's going on, because, guys, have anybody watched any of the games up until this point? No lead is safe. I think Vegas, which that's something that's kind of all right, something to look at, is Vegas in all the periods, in all the games. Sorry, my bad. But in all the games, their second period was one of their most effective. They had been outscoring the Hurricanes 9-1. No, 8-1. I don't think, was it? It was either 8-1 or 9-1. So I was kind of thinking, this could be a huge second period for Vegas. Get on the boards, get something. Nope. Big old goose egg. Bussy did have some saves that were pretty impressive. What else happened? Trying to look here. Nothing too much. Nothing too much. Just good back and forth hockey. We already have our 3 goals. The other thing to look at and talk about, if we want to talk about it, is, and it's, we'll see where it develops, if it develops into a story, which I don't know how much of a story it would develop into, but, and it's not going to show it here, but Carlson right now is out. You could see it during sometime, well, actually, maybe it will show penalties where, so after this one, slowly sometime after this one, so 11ish, I want to say 11ish minutes into sometime after that one, that is when he went off and started heading towards the locker room. I was like, what the hell do you call it? The locker room. Which oh, here we go. Aho lights the lamp. Okay, we'll look at that one. Here we go. Hey, it's gonna do it instantly. Sweet. Okay. This is a player that we have been talking about. Now the final big boy. I mean, if we want to call it that, the final big boy that needs to get involved now in this series is Eichel, all things considered. I have said, Aho needs to get going in this series. He's a big factor on why the Hurricanes need to be successful. It can't just be your Svechnikovs, your Stahls, your Ehlers. Aho and Jarvis need to get involved as well. Well, Jarvis ended up having, hold on, whoa. Okay, Ranger Mark. Mark Messier put on PK Subban's hat, and now he looks like Sheriff Woody. Anyways, oh shit, I lost my train of thought. Damn it, I lost my train of thought. What did Jarvis, after kind of looking at what Game 1 was about, and how none of Carolina's big names that are usually there were scoring any goals. And so then we were calling, hey, Jarvis, Aho, let's get something going here. And then Jarvis ended up having the game winner, which was pretty cool. Aho, this is his first goal in this series. So we have a saucer pass from over here. And they just doop, right off the skates. Just a nifty sweet pass, and then a quick one-timer over the blocker side of Hart. If I'm going to just overreact, and this is a huge overreaction, sitting after Game 4, something that I kind of brought up was that Carolina made the goalie change from Anderson to Bussy to give Anderson a little bit of a break. because up until this point he has started all of the games. Now, Vegas hasn't done the same thing, and so I know this second period was kind of probably a quick one to forget for Vegas, but something that I'm kind of a little like, hey, after how this goal went down, there's parts of me that's looking at it going, you know what? Could Vegas have benefited from making a little bit of a goalie change? Blink. Happened just like that. Because I'm wondering where, for Hart, has fatigue. One goal. Well, that's an interesting stat. Sebastian Aho and Andrei Svechnikov, 2 goals tonight, but in games 1 through 4 up until this point, only 1 goal. All right. But something that I was kind of wondering is, could you throw Hill in there? Could you throw Schmidt in there? Because again, Schmidt's not playing. He's the backup, I believe, is Hill, if I'm not mistaken, on the bench. So there's parts of me that wonder, did Vegas run out of the juice? Where, and again, this huge overreaction, but like their goaltender has been very impressive this playoff series and towards the end of the regular season. And so Vegas hasn't given him a couple days off, a couple games off, like Carolina's given Anderson. And so there's parts where it's like, is this where they just ran out of some mojo? Which, again, with the breaks in between and the days in between games, it's not like they're playing back-to-backs. There's parts of me where it's like, they're fine. They're fine. But, I don't know. I said it last first period intermission. There's parts of me where it's like, maybe Anderson could be injured, dealing with something. Lingering injury, because again, there's like 2 more games left. Like, we are very late into the season. This is the end of the season, but just something to throw out there. But right now, Carolina is up 3-1 after this beautiful pass here. Let's do it one more time. Again, we go from Walker to Aho right here. Simple one-touch from Walker. Quick one-timer from Aho. And he puts it in the back of the net. That was good. So, anyways, we got about 9 minutes. 9 minutes until the third period starts. Let's go look at some other stats if we must. Shots are 15 to 12. Hits 27 to 30. Penalty minutes, both 2. Both 2 penalties for both teams. Nothing too much. Nothing too much. Ooh, the Orioles end up beating the Mariners 7-5. I was watching this game a little bit pre-game. I did watch this. We will talk about this later today, because I mean, by the end of the game, Mexico was playing against 8 or 9. Like, South Africa started to have some red cards at the very end of the game. What else? Any NFL action? No. Okay. Well, we do know about this. We do know about this. Mahomes. Mahomie. He did restructure his contract to where he just restructured the $500 million. Oh my, $63.4 million per year to Mahomes. Let's size up the biggest contracts at every prison. Holy shit. 63. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of that is a lot of M's. Let me see if top paid is Mahomes. Okay. Next up, Lamar. Baltimore's not giving Lamar $60 million a year. There's no way. Edge rushers, Will Anderson. Yeah, that makes sense. Texans won't. Texans will not pay Danielle Hunter. No, there's no way. Just with how far he is into his career. I mean, like Danielle Hunter was tearing up the Vikings in the NFC North when Rodgers injured his collarbone back in 2017. No way. Wide receiver top market Jackson Smith and Njigba. Next up, Puka Nakua. No, they're not going to pay Puka 42. I could see Puka be a 35. 35, maybe 35. Puka would need to have like a breakout year. Even more of a breakout. Oh, it just showed a replay of Carlson. Okay. Oh, well. And now the other. Oh my gosh. They've just been passing the hat down the line. Puka, I could see Puka again paid money. But I don't know. I'm not like this whole $42 million a year. I'm not paying a receiver $42 million a year. I'll pay now. Some people would probably look and scoff at that and go, okay, this is why you never. There are parts of me where you could use that 42 million and you could like split it in multiple ways to get multiple other pieces to, because don't you think going into this next season with just Seattle in particular, don't you think defenses are preparing to put two on Jackson the whole time? Don't you think they're going to throw two on him in coverage? Or maybe even, because like, look at Seattle when Seattle had DK Metcalf or Tyler Lockett. It's like Wilson's number one guy was usually double covered half the time. And so that's something, you know. Oh, look, they're retaping sticks. It looks like we might get back into it here in a minute. But let's see. Who else? Chris Jones being paid $31 million. Carter up next for the Eagles. That makes sense. I don't think the Philly would let him go. Cornerback Trent McDuffie with $31 million. Joey Porter Jr. It makes sense. It makes sense on paper, but I don't think the Steelers would lock him down to a $30+ million. No. I would look at the Steelers kind of like how I look at the Packers and the Cowboys and you could throw the Bills and Bears maybe in there, where some teams are cheap. Some teams are very cheap, and I think the Steelers are yeah. 30 million for Washington. Joe Alt with the Chargers. Yeah. No, actually no. No, I don't think they would. I don't think they would probably. I could see Alt retire. Hasn't Alt already been in the league for like 15 years? Bears, the best tackle. Oh, from the class of 2023. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well then, yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'm probably confusing him for someone else. Center Linderbaum. No. The Chiefs aren't gonna pay. Chiefs aren't gonna pay him, because here's why. The Chiefs already let half of their line go. Throughout the years, they're not. Didn't Linderbaum go from the Ravens, and then before the Ravens he was with the Chiefs? Or am I mistaken something? Guard Smith from Dallas for $24 million. Quentin Nelson with the Colts. Maybe I'm thinking Nelson. When was Nelson drafted? You know what I could also see? I could also see him being like, okay, the Colts are never going to win. And then he goes to like the Ravens or the Bengals, and it's like, boom, Super Bowl. Did see this $25 million extension for the Chargers. No. No, and here's why. Seattle's cheap. Seattle's cheap, dude. They didn't even pay Kenneth Walker. They're not paying because a lot of 25. They'll probably pay 20, 20 maybe 22. But like to give him a 5-year, 30 million, no, there's no way. The Seahawks are cheap, and they'll probably keep that revolving door going of drafting young guys, and unless they're like top end recruits, no. Fred Warner, he already got paid. Next up, Roquan Smith. Yeah, that makes sense. Running back, Saquon Barkley, duh. Let me guess, before I even scroll down even a little bit, let me guess, next one's probably going to be Bijan Robinson. Yep, Bijan Robinson or Jamar Gibbs. I think Bijan Robinson's probably going to be the next Saquon Barkley. And what I mean by that is not necessarily productivity of like how talented, because like I remember when he was with Texas and people were like, oh, he's the next Saquon, and it's like, no, Saquon was something different. But I could see if the Falcons aren't doing anything, he requests a trade. Just like how Giants weren't doing anything and Saquon requested a trade. Like, it's more than happy. Jameer Gibbs probably stays with Detroit because Detroit will always be on the bubble. I don't think Detroit's going anywhere. Tight end, George Kittle, due up. Kyle Pitts, hell no, that ain't happening. No. Is that all? That is all. No, there's no. Kyle Pitts has been in the league for a while. It'd be Brock Bowers. It could be Kraft from Green Bay, probably next up for the tight end selection. Oh, and look at that. Okay, started the third period, people. So that's my fun little reaction to going down. Talking about the free agency market. So let me get back over here. Cue this back up. It sounds like first time with the lead entering winner of 5 games Stanley Cups. In a series tied 2-2, winner of game 5 wins the Stanley Cup. First time with the lead entering the third period this series, 74% of the time. So, whoever wins this game has won the Stanley Cup 74% of the time. All right, enough of me yapping. Oh my gosh, people. Sorry about that. That was... You know, when you play hockey and there's like 30 minutes real time, but 8 minutes... No, not even 8 minutes. Holy... Now that I realize it was 11:50... Yeah, 8.5 minutes, almost 9 minutes. Real time without a stoppage. We sit to where we sit now, where, oh, hold on, let me roll it down a little bit. We sit to where we sit now with Carolina. I don't want to say that this game is over, because I feel like, again, no lead is safe. We've talked about this. I think, I definitely think Vegas can still come back and tie this. I mean, there's 11 minutes left in the game. If they can get a goal within the next 3-4 minutes, make it 3-2, this game definitely going to get very interesting, because you know they're going to pull the goalie. If it's 3-2 with like 1.5 minutes left, 2 minutes left, you know they're going to pull their goalie to get that odd man advantage, which has benefited them. Ooh, hold on. Now you have a chance to get your name etched on the cup. Alright, we're going to come out here near the face-off circle. I'll talk about the face-off circle here real quick, and then we'll jump into commercial break. But Vegas needs to get something going here. I feel like they've been just kind of lackluster. I mean, shots on goal. They're out 14. They're being outshot 21-14. And how many of those 14 shots, how many have been in the third? You know what I mean? 1, 2? Like, I don't feel like they've gotten... Whoa, that was a good shot there by Stahl. Almost made this thing 4-1. But again, if if Vegas can get something going here, it just seems off. It just seems off. I haven't seen any get up, any drive, any like anything going with Vegas. It's been which is very. Oh, Chatfield's down. Oh, did he get hit in the face? Oh, he did. He's grimacing. But it just, hopefully he's okay. But just like Vegas, this has been very uncharacteristic all series. Whoa, Stoner got caught with a high stick. Yeah, I'd give. I can't say if that was on purpose or not on purpose by Stoner. I would think with how it like he bean dipped right under the visor right here, got him up high near the eye. Oh, double minor high sticking. So is this a 4? Oh, Chatfield's bleeding. Yeah, that was on purpose. That was on purpose. You can't just. I don't know. Are they sending him to the box for how many? 4 or 2? High sticking. 4 minutes. Carolina power play for 4 minutes. Oh my gosh. This is going to turn into a 4-1 game, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, I'll tune back in here in a sec, but if you guys are new to the channel, I give my thoughts during commercial breaks. I thank y'all for hanging out with me. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Let me know who you have in the comments, which in fact, let me go check. We haven't looked at the comments in a while. But yeah, let me know in the polls who you got. I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, jump on back in. Let's get going. Let's get going. Welcome back in here. Welcome back in, folks. Welcome back in. Well, I don't know if, like, I really. There's parts of me that it's like we've been fed too well as hockey fans, because it's like the first handful of games were so freaking good, then it's like now we have a dud. But yeah, we're just spoiled way too much with the first 4 games, because this game, there's 7 minutes left. It's all but wrapped up, right? No? Am I wrong? Like, there's no way Vegas comes back. But here we go. After Stone gets caught up with a high stick, they put a 4-minute penalty on it. And so then Svechnikov scores his second of the his second of the day. His first one was on the power play. His second one was on the power play. Carolina has now 6 goals on the power play in the last 2 games. That is something that they were talking about when it was cutting to commercial break. But Ehlers had like a little spinorama, and then Svechnikov was right behind. Like, Hart was so far up in the goalie box. And yeah, he was like chilling way, like, see how Busty's like way in there. He was chilling way up, and yeah. Anyways, we sit up 4-1 now. Again, Vegas, they got to figure something out. So Stone's on the bench now. I don't think Stone just cost him the game and blew it, but I just think scoring chances and scoring opportunities, just Vegas they haven't shown anything since the first period, I would say. But all right, guys, if you're new here, I give my thoughts and reactions during commercial breaks. We're going to go back behind the green screen. But I thank you guys for being here. right, people. Hello, welcome back. Getting himself involved in the game. Bafia again gets Vegas back in the game. It's still a little ways. It's still a ways, if I'm going to be honest, because it's 2-4 now, with under 5 minutes to go here in the third period. But again, when have we? Hello, have you watched any of these games over here on my right side? Game 1, Game 2, game. You know, all of these games have gone down to the wire. I think now what's going to be super funny is, let's say Vegas scores one more goal and they win. And they lose 3-4. That 4 minute high stick penalty, is going to look. Here's that. We'll look at that later. It's going to look just that much more like, ooh, this cost them the game. Because, right now Vegas is building on something. But again, if they lose by 1 goal, like, that stoner penalty is going to cost a lot. And as we can see, if we scroll down a little bit, sorry, the website keeps jumping around. But Carlson down here, as you can see, injured day to day. Oh, what do you have to say, SVP? In the garden. So, anyways, let's play this real quick. So again, spinorama, and dude, look, how cute, dude. If he missed this, oh my gosh, hang up the cleats, bro. It's not cleats, it's skates, but anyways. Hello, people. Hello, hello, hello. Alright. Alright, let's... Oh, why did I turn the TV off? Because, truth is, there's a soccer game going on right now. Hold on. Alright, let me get this queued up here real quick. The NBA Finals. Okay, let me get this queued up here. Hold on, guys. Give me a second. Oh my, the second half just started. Hold on. All right, people. Hello, hello, hello. Are we live? Are we live, people? Hello? Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Hello? Mic check. Hello? Let's see how this goes. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Boink. What's up, people? How you doing? Let's see if it went through. See if it went through. I'm seeing so far so good. So far so good. It's going through on my. Alright. How we doing, people? Alright, let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it. So, alright, people. Hello, welcome back. Whoa, there we go. So, we got some things to cover on today's show. Welcome back. This is GVS, where I try to cover all things sports. Sometimes we get into movies. We'll talk about movies here and there. We'll talk about pop culture stuff. Like, in fact, I have a couple I have a couple Lego sets, and I've actually been meaning, like, I wanted to do a Lego stream and just be like, this stream sponsored by, and just like make a big thumbnail and all that. But I was like, yeah, you know what, that's probably not good, probably not best I do that. But here we go. Let's get into it, shall we? Is it working? Why are you being a pain in the ass? You always gotta be a pain in the ass, don't you? Alright, let's keep going, shall we? Alright. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cover a couple things, couple topics today. We can today because I'm hungry. For first and foremost, I'm hungry, so I'm gonna go make some food. And with kind of how late it is, I'm not gonna wait for the Korean Czech game to end at 0-0 draw, and then we do a sports stream and I talk for like an hour or something, and wait till that game gets over. So what we're going to do in this stream is we're gonna talk about some of the things in the sports world. We'll talk about the Knicks being up 3-1. We'll talk about the Hurricanes being a win away from claiming the Stanley Cup. We'll talk about Game 5. We'll talk about NFL stuff going on. We'll talk about the World Cup, because of course the World Cup started today, actually, which is super funny. I don't know why my brain was thinking, yeah, it might start next week or the week after, July. It'll start no, it started today. Mexico played South Africa. That was the opening game. They ended up winning 2-0. We'll talk about it. And don't get me wrong, like, I think there might be some like I could see a little bit of heightened what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I could see, because this is how it was when I tried to cover and watch the Olympics. Like, they're cut down. They were tight. They were tight. It was a tight watch. I couldn't watch any highlights from the Olympics. Like, they were, everything was tight. So, anyways, we'll get going here. Let's start the stream up. Let's kick it going. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. As we start to trickle in here, I'm gonna give my thoughts and reactions to the games today. So, if you guys like the stream, be sure to hit a like and subscribe. Let's start to get into it, shall we? We got to cover a couple things to cover and talk about. And yeah, so let's get into it, people. Let's get into it. All right, so the Hurricanes won tonight, 4-2. They are now one win away from winning the Stanley Cup, which is super crazy. Because I've been challenging and calling for it all series, where I think there was kind of a what's the word I'm looking for? Just the effort to get after it. That's probably the best way I can explain it. One thing that I was looking at was how, I mean, you look now it's totally different because Carolina's up 3-2 in this series. But you look at the handful of games that they've already played on hand. Besides these last two games, Vegas has led for the majority of the games. But since that 4-0 lead for Vegas, that was probably, I mean, this might sound crazy. That was probably the worst thing for them to happen, is going up 4-0. Because since then, Carolina has been able to score on the power play. They've been able to take advantage of the games, because you looked at yesterday's game with how it started off super hot. You look at today's game where, I mean, Vegas started off hot. They led 1-0, but again, that didn't mean anything. Stahl countered attacked within the first period itself, or we're 1-1. And then since then, 4 consecutive goals. The Hurricanes scored 4 goals before Vegas could get back into this game. This Vegas game just felt, this is probably one that hopefully they can put in the rear view and just move on and forget about it quickly, because I'm super, it's weird. Like Vegas, like seeing what they did in game 1, seeing what they did in game 3, like what, seeing what they did to Colorado, freaking Colorado. It's like, whoa, this game felt super off. And now I'm gonna overreact a little bit. There's parts of me where it's like, hey, do we stay with Hart or we go to Hill? Who's on net for game 6? Because I think, it's a unique situation. I'd probably still stick with Hart and just ride it out, because I mean, it is what it is. But there's parts of me that definitely, I can see Vegas winning game 6. I can definitely see that 2-force a game 7. That'd be so sick. If this goes 7, because there's parts of me where it's like, hey, once it goes 7 games, hey, all bets are off. Like, this turns into anybody's game. This turns into anybody's series. It doesn't matter who the better team was. You know, you could have been the better team for the last couple games. You could have been the better team for the first. Like, it does not matter once it reaches game 7. And guys, if you're wondering, in the world of FIFA, with the high pace, high intensity, super action of soccer, it's still 0-0. Oh, what a header. Okay, never mind. Never mind. They just scored a goal. Who is that? Is that Czech? No way. Czechia just scored. Oh my gosh. I had Korea winning this one. Oh my gosh. In my predictions today, I had Mexico and Korea winning. Because I think Korea, like Belgium, who else? The Netherlands, Canada, sneaky team. Krejci with the goal. Beautiful header. Anyways, we'll talk about it in a second. Dude, that's what I get for talking smack about soccer. The second I'm like, wow, look at this boring 0-0 game. Header. Instant header. Oh my gosh, you couldn't have thrown it any better too. Any better. Nice. Good job for Czech. Alright, so, but then again, going back to, where's my water? Alright, people, let me get back going here. Going back to the hockey game. Just the Hurricanes came out swinging, and for the majority of the game, just they led it, and all the offensive production that Vegas has had, it just throw it out the window. It wasn't working for them today. Let me go to Zay Flowers could be a beast on the Bills. Hey, that's a hot take. That's a hot take. Yeah, because it's like, I love how, okay. Freddie Anderson going to regret the rest of his life. He abandoned the team in the finals. He always had a rep of being soft. Ooh. Well, no, there's parts of me where there's probably stuff that's going on behind the scenes that no, that's a ooh. Ooh, that's a ooh. We might want to recircle back on that one because there's parts of me where I am actually genuinely curious on why Anderson wasn't because they talked about it a little bit and they're like he's not even dressed up to be a backup. He's just not. There's parts of me where after Mitch Marner scored the hat trick and like even after game 2, I was talking about Vegas might blow out the Hurricanes in game 3. Just get ready. They might have to pull Anderson. There's parts of me that with how for the last 2 games he has been in a suit, not with the team, not dressed up and suited, ready to go like Blackwood or I would say Hill as well. I don't know if Hill was suited up for Vegas and on the bench. Like just he hasn't been there. And one thing that I was kind of wondering and curious about is did he get injured? But that's just something that we as the public don't know yet because it's one of those things where the Carolina Hurricanes aren't going to come out and say, yeah, hey, guess what? Our starting goaltender who got us here, yeah, he's injured. He injured his hamstring or he injured his wrist, which, Carlson will find the need to and the whatnot of what went on there because he went out during today's game as well. We'll see how much his impact not being there is going to impact. So, anyways. Oh yeah, no. The during the Eastern Conference Finals, one thing that I was talking about coming into the Stanley Cup Final, which was definitely an issue, is you look at Vegas's score production, but Vegas and the Colorado Avalanche, like that Western Conference Finals, both teams were throwing everything on net, and both were taking shots on goals, really good chances. But then you turn to the Carolina and the Montreal series. Literally, Montreal played good for like the first 2 games, and then after game 3, nothing. Like we're sitting here at the end of game, I don't know if it was game 4. It was either game 4 or game 3, where in the first period, Aho had the goal on like the penalty, but then we're at the end of the first period and it's 3-0, and Carolina had 3 goals and Montreal only had like 1 shot, 2 shots on net, and it's like literally Carolina has more goals than you have chances on net, and it did not benefit Anderson at all. In the whole Eastern Conference Finals, I don't think benefited him at all. I think Philadelphia actually played Carolina a lot better. I think Ottawa also played Carolina a lot better than the Habs did. But yeah, the any shots it didn't benefit the Hurricanes at all, because clearly, I mean, you look at what games 1, 2, and 3 were, dude, he got owned. And the other thing too, because this is where it's really interesting with who they go on net for the remainder of it. I'm gonna say I think, unless either Brendan Moore is like lying through his teeth, which I wouldn't put that past any coach. There's parts of me that think Anderson probably starts game 6, but again, if he's lying, then no, they're gonna ride the bus the whole way out of here, with Bussy, and that's what it's gonna be for game 6. Yeah. Where the abandoning his team and being hit as an excuse, like where'd you read up on that? I'm a little curious on that. Are we talking about when Barbashev? When Barbashev came over the middle and knocked him in the neck? Maybe. Like I don't think that would. Well, No, no, I don't think that'd be an injury. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't checked up on like any reports of any kind. I'm just that I'm assuming that like if the coaches are quick on the sideline, because like the reporter asked him and he was very quick on like, no, no, he's not playing. No, he's not the backup. No, we just chose not. Like if the coach was quick about it, there's parts of me that think there could be a lingering injury. I don't know. I don't know. Because the second you say, oh well, and honestly, it doesn't matter now too, because literally Carolina's one good game away from winning the Stanley Cup too, so it doesn't matter. And when you go look at Vegas too, Vegas is spent. I don't know how Vegas could come back in this series. Do I think it's possible? Very much. I mean, look at the first 4 games of this series. Um, this game would be a huge outlier considering like if this was the deciding factor on who wins the series ultimately. Like if the Hurricanes do win Game 6, but like there's parts of me where I was kind of thinking about this. Does Vegas go with Hill or Schmidt? Like, do they throw another goalie? Hello, Korea just scored. Well, there we go. See, soccer's not so boring. Now it's tied at 1 apiece, and it's going to be tied for the next 30 minutes, and then we're going to end it in a draw. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. A lot of tough questions. But back to the Vegas point on like why I think they're spent is you look at their goalkeeping that has gotten them there. You look at Minnesota. You look at Colorado. You look at the Penguins. Who else? Who else? I think Buffalo made a goalie change, but I only maybe once. But like teams have made goalie changes in the postseason, and there's parts of me that think because I mean 4 goals, literally that's a stat that no one else will probably have for a while, of how you have let 4 or more goals by in every single game in your first 5 starts. That's probably not a goal that's probably not a record that will be beat anytime soon. Now there's parts of me also where to this point like it'd be a huge risk to throw Hill out there, considering like again he was benched just as much as Bussy and hasn't played in just a long amount of time. So I don't know where Vegas would go on goal. Just ran out of juice there at the very end. All right. Okay, here we go. Let's keep it rolling. Great thoughts though. Yeah, I'm definitely interested in seeing though what the take and what the angle for the Hurricanes and why Anderson's not playing. I mean, yeah. All right, let's keep going here. So, Aho had his goal. Svechnikov had his goal on the power play where he 5-holed everybody to extend the lead to 4-1, and then Dorviev made it 2-4. But then from there, I mean, for the remainder of the game, let's see what else we can show. Is this the? Here we go. I think. Oh, here's the Aho goal. So Walker touch pass to Aho, and then Aho just tipped it in over blocker side, which that's a hard save of itself. But again, in context, with everything all together, there's parts of me that think, okay, maybe it's time to pull Hart or something. I don't know. And then let's fast forward a little bit to the Svechnikov goal. And again, with running out of juice and stuff here at the very end. Like, I watched this goal. Let me fast forward just a little bit. Okay, so Ehlers just takes it, and it's like a perfect little whoop spinorama. Again, what's Marner doing? Dude, Marner's over here in no man's land just hanging out. Like, yeah, man. I set a record, man. I have a hat trick in a Stanley Cup final. And I mean, I don't blame McNabb because McNabb was over here. I believe that's Hall. He's guarding him off. But like, see how far and how aggressive Hart is. Way out of his box. And then just backdoor. Wide open. So yeah, that's definitely something to look at. So I don't know. And again, this is all huge overreaction. This is a reactionary channel. I react to sports stuff. Kind of have huge overreactions of, oh my gosh, Vegas is out of it. Even though it's like, Vegas damn well could come back and win this series. Like I'm not putting it past anybody because, like, even though like look at what's going on in the NBA Finals. Even though, yeah, okay, the Spurs screwed the pooch and they blew a 29-point lead, which was historic. Literally every single game was decided by them on whether they wanted to be clutch or not. And I wouldn't put that series out of question and go, no, it's over. Knicks are going to win it in 5. I'm not going to put this one over and say, no, the Canes are going to win it in 6. Like, there's parts of me that think Vegas can defend home ice, defend their home barn. The only stat that would make me kind of go, gee, is Vegas in the first round and in the second round. They won Game 5, and then in Game 6, it ended up being a blowout when they beat Utah and Anaheim. And so there's parts of me that wonder, do they get a taste of their own medicine of losing back-to-back Game 5 and 6, a series clincher? But to say the Hurricanes blow them out in Game 6 in their barn, no, that just doesn't, that doesn't sound right. And the other thing too, of Vegas, I mean, when was the last time Vegas has lost 3 in a row? In January, February, March, yes. Like after the Olympic break, yes, because that's what ended up getting Cassidy fired. But since Torts came over, took over the team, and then we went into the playoffs, I don't believe they've lost 3 in a row. And so to lose 3 in a row and have the third be the Stanley Cup clinch, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Even though it's just too soon to tell. I don't want to put all the eggs in that basket and go, yep, it's over, when, here come the Golden Knights. Because literally, shit, Thunder were up 3-2 and then they blew that. So, all right, here we go. So then we talked about the Georgiev 2-4 goal. So that's my thoughts kind of in reactions to what this Game 5 was. Not as entertaining as all the other games, but it was still a good game. Still a good game. We'll see how Vegas can respond, because Vegas, they need to respond, and they need to respond quick. Same with the Spurs. Someone's flopping. Someone got hurt. We might as well just sit here till the end of this game. Oh, the humanity. Oh. I love soccer, but there are times where no, I don't want to watch this, because just the flopping is ridiculous. Alrighty. Let's go around the horn now. Let's talk about some other stuff. We could talk soccer. Let's talk soccer. All right, people. Let's get into the soccer. I need to be super careful here. I don't know what I'm allowed to show and what I'm not allowed to show with soccer, because again, with the Olympics, when I tried to cover the Olympics, all my videos got taken down like super quick. But considering what we've seen from Mexico, I believe when I tuned in, it was, where's Gamecast here? Was it? Where was the goals? Oh, in the 9th minute and then in the 67th minute. Oh, I see. That took me a minute. I saw this goal that extended it because I watched from the second half, kind of like how I'm watching with the Korea-Czechia game. Second half. Look at that. Shots on goal. 4-2. Oh my gosh. 467 accurate pass. Damn, that's not a... Fouls committed 12-11. Possession. Looks like they clearly took control of possession for majority of the game. I did kind of mention a little bit about the red cards with South Africa. Don't know like what started like the tension boiling point, kind of like when USA and Germany had their friendly a couple days ago. When I tuned in the second half, I believe to that point they were down to 10, and then I did see this ejection red card to where they were down to 9, and so don't know. Oh, he must have gotten ejected as well because we're talking in the 90th minute. And then by the time this game was like over, I think maybe I started recording some videos or something. Hello, do we have another goal? Looks like we have another goal. So they're probably gonna look at it with VAR. Oh yeah, the ref. Oh, look at the ref. The ref's like, boop. Nope. Offside. Which I don't understand offsides ever, because I thought it was. Is it by how the grass is coordinated? If that makes sense. Like with how he's kicking it. I don't know. Well, I don't know how that could be an offsides. I really don't know how. Okay. Let me show you. Let me show you exactly. Everybody's going offsides, and pointing. Let me show you. So this free kick started from about, maybe with like how it's blocked off, because you see a soccer field. Oh yeah, no. That's not a goal. They're not gonna give it a goal. Let me see if we have a. Let me go right here. We just had a goal taken off. Well, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know how there's shades of grass, kind of like this, where there's different shades? I always kind of looked at it like the shades of grass tell where the offsides penalty is. And so, like, the free kick came from, like, here-ish, and then he kicked it from here. But the truth is... Okay, wait, let's look at the stripes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 stripes from the baseline all the way to 1, 2... Oh, shit. They changed the camera angle. Now I gotta count again. So from the baseline, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from the baseline to the top of the goalie key, 1, 2, 3, 4. So counting the goalie, counting this is the 4th one. So there's a 1, 2, then there's a 3 one, and then this one's in the 4th one. Okay, so he kicked it around here-ish, and then when it went right here for the goal, what confuses me on why if it was an offsides, again, I don't follow soccer. I follow soccer when it's the big stuff. I don't follow like the little in-between matches and games. Like I'll watch the Premier Final when it's the Premier Final. I'll watch the Euros, I'll watch the Copa, I'll watch the World Cup. But everybody was lined up together in this like chunk of grass right here that was all the same shade. And so I'm wondering, did it, because it crossed 2 shades of grass? Oh my, what the hell? What the hell? Korea just scored again. Now it's 2-1. Now, are they going to look at this and go, penal, and go, nope, we're going to take it back. Let me see this. Which this is super unfortunate if like they called Czech's goal back and that's what ended up being the losing goal. Okay, where do they kick this one? Okay, so this one, he's right here. What the hell? How the hell is that not an offsides? Okay, he kicked it from here and then the dude met him down here. Okay, hold on. Because I'm wondering, maybe is it because it hit off of a. Because he's kicking it from here, and then we're going through many shades of grass, and then the ref's following along, and then he gathers it right here and then kicks it towards the middle. And so I'm wondering, is this going to get called back? No, they're not going to call it back. Is it because it went off the goalkeeper? Because when he centered it to the middle and then he kicked it, it went off the goalkeeper. And so maybe it's one of those, if there was the intent of an offsides, the second it touches the goalkeeper, all bets are off and it's a square deal. I don't know. Like, look at that pass. How you know what? I need to stop. I don't. Ooh, 5-hole. And then we got some flopping. Yep. Okay. So South Korea is now up 2-1 against Czechia. Got a little bit of cramping. Guys falling down. Oh. Holy shit! Oh, that's not gonna be shown through replay. Oh my gosh! I think he mouthed something that is not YouTube appropriate. Holy shit! He said, "From what? Oh! What a save! That was a good save. It's gonna be a corner. It should be a corner." Hey, if I'm being real here, I think Czech's kind of been screwed out of a goal, but that's just me. That was a pretty questionable offsides. Like, I think offsides, unless it's blatant, I don't call it. Tiki tack. Same thing was going on in the Stanley Cup final, where it's like, Okay, cleared out. All right. Oh my gosh, we got more people rolling in. Hi, people. How we doing? Am I gonna watch USA in the World Cup tomorrow? I could. That sounds like a good idea. I'm personally not like I am a soccer fan. I do like soccer. Oh my gosh, that almost went in. That was a good hand save there by the keeper. They play. I think they play No, who did they play? They play somebody. Paraguay. Okay, they do play Paraguay. And then Canada plays Bosnia. Oh wait, no, I can say this. Bosnia, Herzegovina. Bosnia, Herzegovina. Bosnia, Herzegovina. And then USA plays Paraguay tomorrow. Yeah, I could watch this game, definitely. Is the NBA Finals tomorrow? Wait a minute, hold on. We might have a little conflict of interest. Oh no, they don't play till Saturday. Okay. Oh, you know what? Oh, that was definitely on purpose. They definitely scheduled it like that. They probably scheduled it so we could have. So Team USA could play and not. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll definitely watch it. But like my expectations for Team America are, let's just see if we can make the knockout rounds. Because let's go to the standings. Okay. Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. I think we probably got the favorable draw here, considering look at this is Group H is pretty loaded. Where's the England or Croatia could win this group? Where's the one that? Which one is? Morocco could upset Brazil here. I could have sworn there was one that had. Where's Portugal? I could have sworn Portugal's in. Oh, Portugal and Colombia. This one. I could have sworn when I looked at it there was one. Oh, this one. Okay, this one's pretty. Kind of yes and no. I think they definitely benefited because, like, I think because we're the host country, we probably got a little bit of favoritism there for having an easier pool and group. But like this group is loaded. Like South Korea could upset Mexico, Czechia. Like we've seen how close this game has been. They could take it all, and so we got three, not powerhouses, but we got three teams that could definitely compete and take it. So hold on. Win was the F. Goals 4-2. Goals against. Goal difference. Okay. So is that what it is? Where you get a point for winning, but then because you won by 2, you get 2 points. So 2 plus 1, 3. We'll see if that confirm. We'll confirm that. We'll confirm that after this Czech game. Let's confirm that if that's how. Because again, I think the point system is super weird in the World Cup because they don't go off of wins, draws, and losses. They go off of goals scored. So let's see. United States and Paraguay. Obviously, I'm going to root for Team USA, but I think they got to get out of group play, and then by the time the where's the bracket? When the bracket rolls around, they got to benefit tremendously on where. Hold on, wait. Standings. We would be. What group are we? We are Group D. Group D. So let's go to the bracket. Group D. 1D. Where's One Direction? 1D. And we danced all night. There's 2D. Where's 1D? Oh, there's One Direction. So third in the B, E, F, I, or J. Oh my hell, that is too many. That is way too many. So whatever this matchup is here, if they're able to, so third in the B, E, F, I, or J. B, E, F, I, or J. B, E, F, I, or J. Oh my gosh. Like, let's say Argentina gets third place in their group, which I don't think, but it'd be USA versus Argentina in the first round. It's like, hell no. USA is not winning that game. So we were talking B, third place, probably Bosnia or Qatar, because I think Canada could win this. Canada or Switzerland. Oh boy, here comes an odd man rush with Korea. Oh, good footwork, good foot. Poked away. And then it talked about E, third place in E, probably Ivory Coast or Curacao. F, third place. This is probably how it's going to go down. Netherlands, Japan, and Sweden. So probably Sweden against Team USA. Like, that is a tough. I'm not overlooking that matchup. I mean, for hell's sakes, we overlooked it in hockey and we almost lost. I. Norway or Senegal. So we have, because France. Well, what if Norway upsets and we have Norway, France, and then Senegal, or Iraq or Argentina. I think we could beat everybody in this group because J was one, and then L or K was not one. So yeah. So the bracket, and then from there, it's the winner of this game and it's the winner of this game, which is G1. Who's Group 1? Oh my gosh. Oh shit. Oh my gosh. Yeah, USA's not beating Belgium. No. Maybe they do. But it's like, okay. I had a joke, but it's not suitable for YouTube. Who's the third in the B, E, F, I, or J? B, E, F, I, or J? B, E. All right. Okay. Sorry, people. I got a little distracted. We got a little distracted. Good question, still. Thank you for that. That was a good question. All right, let's continue here. Oh. We got +6. 6 more minutes. Czechia guys like, hey, where's the blood? You know, we might as well just play this out. And see what happens. Six minutes to go. I think Czech could still tie this at least. We might have a ball don't lie moment. Maybe. Come on, send it in. Good clear by the goalie. Great clear. That one went all the way down. Interesting. Okay, we'll keep talking about sports and then how this game wraps up. This one wraps up. Because it's 2-1 right now. All right, let's go into the NFL, people. All right, NFL minicamp updates. Let's get into it. Caleb Williams' eyes being a stoic and strong leader. Oh, what the hell did I miss? Oh my, I missed something. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was a great center pass. Oh, what a save. Czech had 2 great shots. 2 great chances there. But South Korea's goalie. Good save. All right. Oh my gosh. So he has a quote coming out here. Brown marvels at May, quote, a true leader of men. Sure. Whatever. Maybe it's the little bit of an Eagles fan in me that's a little salty. Broncos reward Peyton with a new 5-year contract extension. Falcons trade for Chiefs offensive tackle Morris, sources say. Jefferson on the Vikings starting quarterback. It's coach's call. Good PR training there. Good media training. Because, yeah, we've seen there's some stuff like Kyler Murray. I will give Kyler Murray some credit. Like, Murray's talking as if he's going to be the starting quarterback this year. Because he's like, it's kind of tough taking some reps when I'm new here versus how I was doing things. It's like bold of you to assume you're the starting quarterback, which he probably will be. I don't know. I could literally see the Vikings have Murray be the starter for the first 3 games, and then McCarthy be the starter for the next 3 games, and like figure out who's the guy after the first 6 games. Because like okay, they start Kyler Murray. Let's look at the NFL and let's go look at the schedule for. Oh my gosh, this photo too. Looking a little beefy there. All right. Anyways, let's go. Where are my Vikings? Green Bay at Minnesota. That's a huge game, and I'd say, oh my gosh, Packers, Bears, and Buccaneers. Dude, if they're not freaking careful, they could start 0-3. They could start 0-3. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Like, Buccaneers are going to be better this year, and Buccaneers usually start off high at the start of the season. So you have the Packers at home, which this could be a Vikings win. I'll give them that credit because the Vikings have won home openers against the Packers before. See 2022. See, I believe that was actually the last time they opened up. Yeah, this week is this year especially for the NFL. All the the first 2 weeks are a bunch of divisional games. But like the Bears in Chicago, the Bears are going to be, I think they'll be pretty half decent this year. But then the Buccaneers here, like out of these three teams, probably best team here is the the Buccaneers. Oh, okay, this is it. This is it for the game. Checks out of time. There's no more time. They're on 96 minutes and 19 seconds, 20 seconds, and they got a +6. Like they're gonna blow the they're gonna blow the whistle here. They're gonna blow the whistle. There's no, yep, they cleared it. Yep. Unbelievable. Okay, so Korea won. No, South Korea, the Korea Republic. They won against Czech, 2-1. Let's go quick walk over to the World Cup and let's look at standings. Oh, is it gonna give me? It's not the final yet. No, they're not giving it a win yet. We'll circle back and we'll look at this. Because there's parts of me, they have the win, so there's 1 point, and then you go over here to the goal differential is 1, so 1 + 1 2. So when their points be 2, I don't know. We'll let that load a little bit. Oh, what the hell? It showed a 3, but how? Huh? And we'll look at it in a second. We'll let it figure itself out, and then we'll talk about it. So anyways, back to the Vikings and with how their season starts. There's parts of me where it doesn't even matter who the starting quarterback is. Like, so you have, where's the Vikings? Okay, so you have Kyler Murray. You give him the reins here. Look at how much of a difference Packers, Bears, Buccaneers in those 3 games versus Dolphins, Saints, and Colts. 3 pretty, hey, playoff team potentially versus fighting for the Arch Manning sweepstakes, maybe a playoff team. So, oh, there we go. How? Wait. So, South Korea's at a +3. In their points. How? So I guess a win is worth 3 points. The point differential does not matter, I guess, until it comes down to point differential doesn't matter until it comes down to I guess a head-to-head. I don't know. So you throw McCarthy out there, they go 0-3. You throw Murray out there, they go 3-3. I don't know. Don't know. All right, so that's the NFL. What else is going on in the world of the NFL? I saw that Mahomes restructured his contract. We went over some of the contracts that other players have, and I gave my thoughts and opinions on, well, they're probably not. No, this team wouldn't pay that. I think the Chiefs are probably going to have a bounce back year this year. And like with them restructuring his contract, it probably makes for, and I've said it before, like go look at not bottom feeder teams, but like go look at the Vikings and Justin Jefferson, for example. Go look at Myles Garrett with the Browns. You don't think Justin Jefferson would be like, "Oh, the Chiefs want me to go play with them." You don't think he'd leave Minnesota? Like, let's not kid ourselves here. So I've been hitting that drum for a while, saying I could see Jefferson getting traded to the Chiefs, like he requested. And also too, maybe they're also freeing up cap space, waiting for Tyreek Hill, because we still have no word on, hey, is he coming back or not? Um, which we've already been pushing for that to happen. All right, let's get into the NBA. Here we go. Oy. Oh boy. You know, we're inching closer to the off season when the main headlines are LeBron and Giannis. I don't think LeBron's getting traded. I don't think he's going anywhere, dude. There's no way. There's no way. I think he's gonna stay. I think he's gonna stay with the Lakers. Oh my gosh, hold on. Sorry, people. Let me. Sorry. Do you see the tint? There's a tint that's showing. My bad. Let's turn the tint off. All right. Usually that tint hits when it's like a quote nightlight sort of. All right, back to it. Stephen A. Smith and Perk get in a heated discussion over how much blame De'Aaron Fox deserves. You know what? I think with how that last play transpired, um, I dude, it was a block by Wemby or a super bad miss by Brunson to go off the top of the backboard, and then we have a loose scramble. If he didn't go get the ball, there were two Knicks players there to go get the ball, corral it, and come back to their side, call a timeout. The Knicks still would have had final possession, unless Fox did get it and like dribble out, and nobody on the Knicks fouled him. Which, by the way, I think somebody on the Knicks would have fouled him. But I think him in the heat of we're in the game, I don't think maybe you do prepare for that where it's like, hey, by the way, if there's a loose scramble here, don't do a layup, dribble it out. I in real time watching it with how surprising it was, like it looked like, okay, we have a block, we have a loose mad scramble, the Knicks are going to come down and they're going to shoot, and that's going to decide the game. But they did take a timeout. I didn't even realize that it was, the blame was on Fox. I didn't even realize that till today, like a day after, on people like going through the replay and realizing, oh yeah, he could have dribbled it out. And it's like, I did not catch that live because it's not something you think about. Because what I was more focused on, and this is like I've made my video and I've given my thoughts and reactions to it, what I'm more focused on is the Knicks first half 3-pointers were like four or five, but then they ended up with 15. The Spurs made 10 more 3-pointers than the Knicks did in the first half, but it equaled out and the water leveled because they only made 3 in the second half. I'd put more blame on that. I'd also put a little bit of blame too on Wemby missing some free throws. Like there's a handful of stuff. There's a handful of stuff. Okay, we're reaching about an hour. I'm looking at the clock. We're reaching about an hour. So let's wrap up. Let's try to wrap up. Okay. 10 teams to watch for: the Celtics, the Cavs, the Nuggets, the Pistons, the Clippers. Okay. Ready. I hope y'all are listening. I'm about to. Here we go. Here's why the Celtics is going to be a big shakeup. Because Giannis is probably going to go to Boston. That's probably why. Why is the Cavs going to be a big shakeup? Because James Harden is probably going to leave. That's why. I wouldn't be surprised if James Harden and Donovan Mitchell left. I wouldn't be surprised. Nuggets. Why is this one a big? Probably because people are talking, hey, let's get Murray and Jokic some help. Pistons. Why would there be some crazy stuff with the Pistons? I don't actually know. Probably just because they were the 1 seed, and what are they going to do to keep the 1 seed? Clippers. Why will the Clippers offseason be a big deal? Because Kawhi Leonard's probably going to leave. Lakers. Why the Lakers offseason going to be a big deal? Because what will LeBron do? That's why. Heat. Why is the Heat going to have a big offseason? Because they're probably going to make pushes to get Giannis. They're going to make pushes to get Giannis or Mitchell. Bucks. Why are the Bucks going to have... You hear that voice crack? My bad. Why are the Bucks going to have a big offseason? Because the Bucks need to decide if they go all in and help Giannis or we'll let him go. And then Minnesota, it'd be a stretch, but Ant leaves. I don't think he would. Thunder, oh my gosh. Oh my, Stephen A. Chet Holmgren should be traded for someone like Giannis. Get the hell. Oh, so someone can't. Oh my hell. Stephen A. Shh. Quiet. Yeah, they're gonna overreact to that. I don't know. No. Chet Holmgren is gonna be no. He ain't going nowhere. Okay, the MLB. Oh my gosh. Which are the Pirates and the Dodgers still playing? No. Okay. Dodgers downplay the Ohtani injury. Okay. The NHL. We already talked about the NHL. Dude, the Canes are freaking 1 win away. And then, in final time, South Korea scores 2 unanswered goals. Oh, I'll tell you how they did. I'll tell you exactly. Ooh, World Cup VAR review. Were the refs right to show 3 red cards in the Mexico opener? Well, we'll look at that. We could probably take a little look-see at that later. I'll tell you exactly how South Korea won their game. All right. What are we doing? Why did we click on this? We already know. We already know who won this game. All right, people. Okay, people on the shorts end, be sure to hit that like and subscribe. We're going to do a hard out here. Also, go check out my latest video. I made a video of my reaction to the Knicks winning. So go check that out, please, and thank you. Also, thank you all for tuning in. We had a handful of views. Dude, we had over... Look at that. Here we go. All right. Catch you guys in the next one. Hey, we gained a subscriber. Sick. Thank you. Alright, let's go here. What else? You know, we might as well put a little bow on it too. Hold on. Let's go fix the... Yes, we should most likely go fix that. Hold on, let me... You know what I figured out too? You can dislike stuff. I didn't know you could dislike. Like, I've gotten a couple dislikes lately, and it's like rude. But yeah, no, you can dislike videos. You can dislike streams. I had no clue you could do that. All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna end the stream here, guys. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I almost got 100 freaking views. Look at that. Well, you know what? This is kind of showing me something. There is a there's a difference. There's a real difference between um, there's a real difference between sorry, I was counting because I just counting to count views and there's a because I'm looking where's my, what can I show you that's not too, okay, for example, I did a hockey stream. My last hockey stream got 30ish views. My basketball stream, my last basketball stream, got 230 views. My Game 3 Spurs Knicks got 78 views. My where is my Stanley Cup Game 3, little under 20 views, got 18. But then my NBA Finals reaction to like the Knicks winning Game 1 was at 40. The Spurs winning Game 7 and heading to the NBA Finals over 70. So like basketball on my channel is maybe a little bit more popular than hockey, which is fine. I don't care. It's like I want y'all to know, like I try to cover every single sport. I try. Shorts. I don't even know where to gauge shorts, because it's like, are we looking at the memes? Like, are the memes what's funny and getting views, or because I've made a handful of, like, my freaking SGA video got like 20,000 views, and it's like, it is basketball related, but it's also just a joke. And then my, yeah. Anyways. Okay, we're gonna end the stream here, guys. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. This was a fun stream. Look at Carolina, man. So inspirational. But I thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Those are my reactions. I'm gonna go get some food, man. I'm hungry. If you guys like gaming stream, be sure to check here back in an hour or something. We might do a gaming stream tonight. I didn't react to damn it, I didn't react to, I've kind of reacted to the Hart, Jack Adams, and the Vezina, where the Lightning won 3 major trophies this postseason, this season. And then, like, the comments just ripping into him, like, surely they won a playoff series, right? And it's like, no, they did not. Tampa looked poised. I had Tampa against the Hurricanes in the first round. I mean, excuse me, Eastern Conference Final. Which if it was oh my gosh. No. Nope, I had Dallas, Carolina, because I was like, I could have probably picked Tampa, Carolina. It's like, no, you picked Carolina. You picked Carolina, Dallas. I think I picked Dallas to win the Stanley Cup, which, yikes. Which they're leaving their arena. They're not even like. There's a lot of, like, I need to make a video too on, like, there's a lot of sports stuff going on, and I have not made nearly as many videos as I've needed to. But thank y'all for, once again, thank y'all for hanging out. Thank y'all for the subs lately. Let's get a final sub count to end the stream. Let me show y'all. We have the final sub count is, drum roll please, 78 1,200 1978. Anyways, and Wemby's free throws. Wemby's free throws were also what caused them that game. But all right, guys. I mean it legit this time. We're gonna end the stream here though. But I thank y'all for hanging out. Giving my thoughts on Game 5 of the Stanley Cup. I'm really hard pressed to say the Canes win it. Just with what this series has been, and with how the first 4 games went. I'm real hard pressed to say, okay, Carolina's going to get it. But, like, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind seeing Vegas win it. I wouldn't mind seeing Carolina win it. Like, there are reasons why I want to see both teams win. But I just, like, holy cow. Like, it's almost like there's kind of like a deflating, oh, man. Because, I don't know. There's parts of me where it's like, could it have been, what if Vegas won this game? And, like, how much more desperate hockey would Carolina have to play in Game 6 to try to win? But with my thought and prediction on, like, hey, we haven't seen a road team win the Stanley Cup in how many years? You know, since the Avs. This would be the perfect time. This would be the perfect time for Carolina to win it in Vegas. And I said it. I said it after Game 1. Like, I would love to see, and it'd be so legendary if the commenters were like, you know, Carolina hits the jackpot in Vegas, in Game 6, in Vegas. Like, that would just... Ooh. And you know how when you watch, at least for me, I've noticed this, that when you watch, like, the Super Bowl or the NBA Finals or college basketball, like, there's that dream matchup of, like, here, let me pull up some photos real quick. Let me show you. We're gonna do a little lesson in meme culture here real quick to show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you something. Okay, so you look and see. Like, just look at this. Like, look at this jersey combination. Let me... Boom. Ah, well. Like, this jersey combination, kind of iconic in its own right. This one, good. This is a good matchup. But the black... It looks good. It looks good. Or you look at when Notre Dame and Ohio State played in the national championship. Like, look how good that looks. That looks fire. That looks super fire. If it was the other way around, where it's this looks good, but it still doesn't capture, like, the best look is when Notre Dame's in their home unis and Ohio State's in their aways. Like, it captured, okay, this looks real good. And when I look at versus Vegas, I can spell. Hello. Their away uniforms with the Vegas's gold, like, it looks pretty. It looks nice. It looks like, yeah, this is where you win a Stanley Cup. Like, not, which is like, I know that's like super, like, dude, what the hell are you talking? Like, it's a stretch, but like, the Panthers. You look at the Panthers winning their last handful of Stanley Cups, like, let me go look at some here real quick. This doesn't look as cool as this. Like, the Panthers' home unis are much better than their away unis. And not every hockey team can say that. And again, look at the jersey that I'm wearing, okay? Like, I am a Penguins fan, and I am here to say, like, the Penguins away jerseys look much better than their home unis. Like, this doesn't look good. This does not, like, if they would have won it, now it would have been cool, because it's like, you know, you win it on home ice and stuff. In the black and gold, like it's cool, but what looked better was the yellow, just all the yellow. Their away unis when they won it on the road, just it looked good. It looked good. Man, he had some good saves there in that game. I often think about this game and come back to this game. I think actually they won it today 9 years ago. Something like that. Like, that's how freaking long it's been. Yeah, Pecorine. Dude, he played good. Both goaltenders. Murray, like it was a good series. Or then you go to what's another one? They just the jerseys, yeah. The gray and whites look so much better than the red and whites. Like, it just does. I don't know how to explain it. Now, where this whole, this whole preference on jersey, where it gets thrown right out the effing window, is when Washington and Michigan played in the national championship. Like, this was a ugly, like this would have looked better. Washington's all purples against Michigan's away, like, it would have looked good. This would have looked even better. Like, yeah, okay, Michigan goes with their blue on blue, but if Washington wore purple, it looked fine. But Washington went with the white on white look, and Michigan went with the blue on blue look. It just did not. I was not a fan. If we're talking like jersey potential on, like, it just, I mean, Washington wore purple on purple against Texas, because Texas looks good in their white on whites. Like, could you imagine? Oh my gosh. There's also parts of me that think they should do a color on color, home and home. Because if UCLA and what the hell, UCLA and USC, if they can do a home and home, why can't the national championship be home and home? Like, are our quarterbacks and receivers so bad at spotting the difference in color jersey that we have to, no, they're the away team, they wear white? Yeah, not my favorite jersey combination in a national championship game. But we all know the real national championship was a week before, because again, this elite, the Michigan blue, just their home uniforms, these are great. The Alabama all whites, this looked good. This was a great, fantastic jersey combination for a game. But anyways, that's my weird tangent that I wanted to make on jerseys, and just how pretty jerseys look and stuff, because sometimes just games, I know it's a weird thought, but like sometimes, like that, the Carolina away jerseys and the Vegas golds have been popping out at me a little more, where it's like, this could probably be, I don't know. Anyways, we're going to end the stream here, though, because I've promised to end the stream like 17, 18, 19, 20 different times, so we'll end it here, guys. I thank y'all for watching. Tune back here in about an hour and a half. I'm going to go get some food. If y'all want to watch a gaming stream, but I thank you guys for the support and hanging out and just chatting it up and all that. Thank you for all the hot takes today. You guys had some good takes in the comments. But other than that, guys, go watch my Knicks video. I'll make a video reaction to this hockey game as well, get that posted as soon as I can, but I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.